What's up, everybody? Here for a minute to talk to you guys about the new Google Stadia. Just kind of explaining it a little bit and giving my thoughts on it. So basically what this is, it's an entirely new gaming platform. It's completely different than anything we've seen before, really. Basically what it is it works off of a Chromecast. It's not even a console. So when you buy it, it comes with a controller and it comes with Chromecast, and that you can use for other stuff too, which is pretty cool. Basically, what this is it's a game streaming service. So it's kind of like Netflix for games, but you still have to buy the games. Clarify that. You still have to buy the games, but it just streams the game. There's no download. There's none of that stuff. There's no console itself.
Hardware infrastructure at GDC, which is more powerful than the current Gen 8 leading systems combined.
Right.
So we think that we can deliver an absolutely incredible gaming experience at a super low price. It's only $129 to get into the Founders.
So will you sort of like every year you'll just like turn on like here's a new upgrade? How will that work?
Yeah, we haven't announced the specific cadence around that, but that's the plan, is that we will continue to upgrade and update our hardware so that the games are always amazing.
Just like a few minutes ago at the YouTube E3 conference, they had Phil Harrison talking. He's the Stadia vice president, and he answered some questions about it. Basically, what he said is that a game is just a link. You can buy the game through them. He said, possibly you might be able to buy the game through a storefront from the developer as well. But he said a game is just a link. So there is no downloading, no stuff like that. You stream the game. It's super easy. You find the game you want to play, you click on it, and you start playing, which is really, really cool, especially for some people with a little slower internet that takes forever to download a game. I've been there. I know your pain. So this might be able to alleviate your problems a little bit. So live pre-orders are live for this. They went live on Thursday. I just pre-ordered one a little bit ago. If you look up here in the top right, it's $129 to pre-order. It comes out to like $138 after tax and whatnot. But free shipping, it's a pretty good deal. And it comes with a lot. So let's see. I'm trying to find it on their page here. Because I can't remember everything it comes with off the top of my head. Basically, it comes with Chromecast, comes with the Stadia remote, comes with Destiny 2, comes with a 3-month subscription to the Stadia service, which I'll explain in a minute. And you reserve your Stadia name pretty early on, like first dibs. And a couple other things that I think I'm missing. But it's a really good value, $130 for a whole new gaming platform. So the subscription that I mentioned, it's $10 a month, and it unlocks everything basically for now until they come out with the free version in 2020. So this gives you the higher resolution, better sound, games you want, and then free games released regularly, it says right there.
That's one thing I was going to ask you about, sort of the legacy content, because some people have said to me, we know we get Destiny with the subscription. You've said there will be other games that will come into that, but people have said to me, is that going to be like a PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold, where it's like you're going to get games like once a month, or what's the cadence of how? I guess you probably can't say specifically, but how often do people expect new content as part of that subscription?
I think it's going to be very familiar to the current subscriptions that the gamers are used to. And obviously we're going to work hard to put as many great games and value into that subscription that we can. And also support free-to-play games as well.
Right.
Basically, when asked about this sort of thing, Phil Harrison said that users can expect to see similar to current subscriptions regarding this matter. So probably pretty similar to like Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass, where you get a free game every now and then and discounts here and there. probably I'm expecting to see about the same thing come November when they actually start shipping out. Once I get mine, I'll definitely do some more videos on it. Hopefully there will be some good car games on it. There is a list of some games right here. So new Doom Eternal, Dragon Ball for those that are into Dragon Ball, Final Fantasy, Borderlands. That's pretty cool. I'll probably get Borderlands on it. Mortal Kombat. I believe the new Marvel Avengers game is going to be coming to Stadia later on. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which I'm super hyped for. Assassin's Creed, I know that's a pretty popular game. I've played it a little bit before. Oh, here we go, right here. It's kind of cut off a little bit, but The Crew 2. Yes! All right, so there will be some car games for it. That's pretty sweet. Right here, we have the recommended settings. So, let me say this. They recommend 35 megabits per second for 4K. I can tell you right now, you're going to need more than that to stream and play a 4K game. You're going to need a lot more than that. 35 megabits per second will probably get you this 720p right here if you want the game to play smoothly and not lag out everywhere. So I feel like this is slightly exaggerated. So don't expect to be playing 4K 60 FPS flawlessly if you only have a 35 megabit connection. Throw that out there. So another thing that Phil Harrison mentioned is continuous upgrading of hardware. So since there's no console, there's no like going from Xbox 360 to Xbox One to Xbox One S to X and so on. They make the adjustments on their end. Since you're playing a game on their servers, they make all the upgrades on their end, so no cost to you. So in addition to and this is the Founders Edition with all the extras, that's $130. That's cheap. So in addition to that being cheap, there's not going to be any of the upgrade stuff like upgrading, a several $100 console every year or every other year or however often they've been coming out. They've slowed down here recently a little bit. So that's exciting. Like I mentioned, it is cheap. You do have to get the $10 a month subscription for now until the base subscription. Then you'll be able to play up to like 1080p resolution, and everything else from what I'm getting will basically be the same. So one of the biggest things I want to mention before I close the video out, Phil Harrison mentioned that as far regarding the ecosystem of this platform, it is hugely multiplayer based. So in talking about that $10 a month subscription, you're not going to need that for multiplayer. So don't worry. Regarding that, it's going to be a little bit better than Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox and PlayStation, you have to pay for the subscription. You have to pay for Xbox Live Gold to be able to play multiplayer. This, you will not. It will be included in the base version, so don't worry about that.
Another thing that a lot of gamers were asking me about on social was they wanted to know about kind of the platform in terms of achievements, sort of, the overall kind of platform experience and whatnot around that. What can you share about sort of what the ecosystem is around sort of the community for Stadia?
Yeah, so the heart of any modern gaming platform is going to be multiplayer for sure.
Yeah.
We do not gate multiplayer behind the premium subscription.
Okay.
So that's an important point that I think.
Right, because PSN, Xbox, you're still paying a subscription. You're saying that's
we do
the base.
Not gate multiplayer because we see that every game is multiplayer.
Uh-huh.
So we think that's a very good evolution for the industry.
Right.
We have a bunch of social features in our platform that are really putting multiplayer at the heart of everything that we do. And you will see over time, because our platform is a service, the platform will evolve too.
Okay.
I wanted to put that in there. So basically, I know all I did was kind of show you guys the webpage, but that's the best way I know of to kind of give a good overview and give some of my thoughts on it. Let's look at the tech specs here. So 6.4 inches, so it's actually a pretty small controller. I feel like I feel like this is more than 6.4 inches. I could be wrong. So it may be a little smaller than an Xbox controller. And then, you know, your usual Google Chromecast, similar size to, or Chromecast Elite or whatever, the 4K Chromecast. Similar to like an Amazon Fire TV stick, stuff like that. So Stadia controller uses USB-C. Saw that one coming. Bluetooth 4.2, pretty cool. Headset jack for headsets, that's pretty cool. The Night Blue is the pre-order version. And then if you actually go to pre-order it, it gives you some more options if you want to buy a second controller to play split screen with friends. I kind of wanted this Wasabi controller here, but since it's the pre-order edition, you're stuck with that Night Blue controller. But I don't really care too much. I'm not too big on, you know, worrying about that little insignificant things like that. I just want it to play the games. So something else, I read an article. It said that you will be able to play Stadia on Google Pixel if you have a Google Pixel 3 or 3A, and you'll be able to buy games but not play them through any other Android or iOS phone or, you know, iPhone. So that's exciting. Might, depending on how I like the system, I feel like that's going to make some people go back to Android or go to Android if you never had it. Like me, I had Android for a while and I switched to iPhone. If this is really good, that's something that I would factor in buying my phone, and it would make me lean towards going back to a Google Pixel, because I did have an original Google Pixel. I loved it. It was a great phone. The best Android phone you can buy. So that's also something to consider. But other than that, there's not a whole lot out on the Stadia. I mean, you get a basic overview, but as far as the functionality of it, we'll have to wait till November. Like I said, I'll be doing some videos on it later on. This screenshot right here shows you really the extent of it. Playing on laptop, tab, you know, like this is more like a Chromebook than an actual like tablet, but and any screen that you can plug that Chromecast into, it's going to work on. And right here, you can also play across laptop, desktop, Pixel 3, Pixel 3a, and cross-screen early access starting from day one. This is really cool. This is a really cool idea by Google. One thing that I worry about personally is just the server speed on their end. If you know, if this really picks up popularity in the future and it gets millions of users and there are hundreds of thousands of people trying to play the new Tom Clancy game. I'm having a huge brain fart right now. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. If there's 50,000 people trying to play Ghost Recon Breakpoint at one time, online multiplayer, how is that going to work with lagging and latency and all that? But at the same time, it's Google. Google is really, really good at what they do. So while it's a concern for me, I'm not hugely worried about it. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. But other than that, that is Stadia. I hope somebody found this informative. So leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below on what you think about Stadia if you're going to pre-order one. I already have pre-ordered one. So we will see in November how it comes out to be. So stay tuned for that, and hit that subscribe button down below. See you guys next time.